Dog training has certainly evolved over the years. We have moved on from dominance-based methods to more positive motivational instruction. These competing theories have left a lot of dog owners confused on how to truly train their dogs. Should I use correction? Should I use food? Should I not? In this video, we're going to discuss 4 common misconceptions about the use of food in training our canine companions. The old adage is that if you use food, you are bribing your dog to perform a behavior. Patterning behaviors with food, as opposed to, "Look, Fido, I have a treat for you," are on opposite ends of the spectrum. Training with food allows the opportunity to build a positive template in your dog's brain that the positions you are teaching have value to the dog. This positive association ensures the dog will want to perform the behavior again and again. Remember, we are using food at the beginning stages as a teaching tool to teach behaviors we want the dog to perform willingly and happily throughout their lives. This willingness can only happen through positive association. "You will always have to use food to get your dog to perform" is a statement made by people that truly do not understand the phases of food training and often get stuck in the first phase without any advancement. The 3 phases I use for training any dog with food are: the first phase, food in hand. I will have the food in my hand to guide the dog into the position I am teaching. I will stay in this phase for a couple of months till I have all the behaviors I am teaching generalized to different environments. The second phase involves the treat no longer in my hand, but produced from my treat sack as a reward for the dog assuming the position I requested. Yes. The third phase is intermittent reinforcement. The dog receives a reward randomly for learned behaviors. I may reward every second or third time as opposed to a continuous reinforcement schedule. This actually makes the behavior stronger, as the dog thinks surely the reward has to happen this time and actually works harder to receive that reward. TV shows such as Lassie give the impression that dogs were put on this earth with an innate desire to work for and please us humans. Frankly, dogs are much more self-centered and really look to please themselves first. The notion that the relationship between dogs and humans is so one-sided that dogs will actually perform for no tangible reward makes absolutely no sense to me. Dogs learn to work with us because we hold things that are dear to them, and food is at the top of that list. Don't get me wrong, praise is important as well, and for some dogs this is all that is needed. However, most dogs do not develop an eagerness to work for us for a simple good boy or a loving pat on the head. Years ago, and to some extent today, dogs were trained with mainly aversive methods. You'd ask your dog to sit and jerk up on a choke chain. The dog sat to avoid the correction, not because they were motivated to work with us. The prevailing thought was you must make your dog do what you want, so you became the big boss, the alpha. Methods such as scruff grabs, grabbing the dog by the back of the neck, or alpha rollovers, holding a dog down on its back, which I would never perform on a real dog, were used to dominate our dogs and was the prevailing message from trainers to get control. Your job is certainly to become a leader, with your dog assuming a follower role. However, trust in the leader is gained through proper psychology and motivational teaching, not through fear. Think about it. If we fear somebody in our own lives, for whatever reason, we certainly do not have a great desire to be around them. I can tell how a dog has been trained by the reaction to a request. Dogs trained in the alpha theory, when asked to sit and look away from the handler because they are in avoidance. This is certainly not the foundation of a solid relationship. At the end of the day, it's up to you, the owner, to decide how you want to train and motivate your dog. However, I would strongly encourage everybody to learn about the proper use of food in training, whether you decide to use it or not.